the highway radios at home. I greet you in the mighty name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the God of excellence in the marketplace. I bring you greetings from my spiritual parents. Bring you greetings from my mum as usual. And I bring you greetings. Yes, the Copo. And I bring you greetings from all our friends at Pepita's studio. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. And we're going to have a great talk about presenting with confidence.
Indeed, you're always on the other side of the table, but today you seem to be on this side of the table.
Exactly.
Thank God.
I've joined your crew. Huh?
You've joined the crew today.
Yes.
So we're talking about presenting. Maybe just to elaborate, let's go back, just a rewind back to what where we've been on the marketplace chat.
Okay, so one of the most important things that we hope to achieve in this program is that you can be inspired to be the best business person, starting up business person. You can be the best career person. You can grow in your career and do things more excellently in whatever role that you are given to do in the marketplace. And at the same time, if you are starting up a business, rather start on a high note.
Right.
So we're preparing you and equipping you and empowering you. Or maybe let's not say it like that. Let's say we are pouring in each other's wells.
Right.
These thoughts about excellence in the marketplace.
And I think, what you just touched on is the most difficult one when you're starting.
Yes.
You know, when you're starting, you want to start with anything and whatever that is available at your
at your disposal.
At your disposal, you know. You don't, when someone says, okay, you have to go big or go home, you think, okay, you know what?
I'm going home.
Because I think the beginning is the hardest. It's when you're still putting one and twos together.
Yeah.
To bring out three,
Yes.
And sometimes it can be very difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. So presenting, let's just unleash this topic for today. So if you are doing whatever kind of business, you will need to present your business to somebody.
That's true.
So some people will want like a high pitch, like the 1 minute pitch of what does your business do and what are you all about. Some people will want a whole presentation that you must go public, stand in the public and present. Some people want virtual videos like those 5 minutes, 3 minute videos. So what is most important about presenting is that you must be able to get the point across. You have to be able to get the point across
at a very short time,
in some cases, you'll have 1 minute to get it across.
If not 30 seconds.
If not 30 seconds. If not the 1 minute at TikTok or the one another 1 minute on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Or like there are so many avenues that you can use to present your business.
That's true.
So when you're presenting live, maybe for an hour now, you need to stand for an hour and talk about your business. That's another story. That's a different story altogether. So when we come to those, we are going to give you some pointers as to how could you do it better and how could you get your point across better and win. Because winning is the mission, eh?
That is true.
We have to win.
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Point number 1. You need to be physically fit to present. If we say physically fit, we talk about on the social media platforms, it's called the look and feel. So if you want to present something that's in the beauty space, for example, the look and feel for your video must represent beauty. If you want to present something that's service related, you must look the part. The look and feel is very important. So presentation starts from the mindset. What are you thinking about the point you're trying to bring across? Secondly, how do you look and how do you feel? So feelings also go with the health side of things. You have to be mentally fit and mentally healthy to present your business across. Also, you need to eat very well. I'm not sure if you were always, or you would always think of linking the two, but imagine if you're hungry and you need to present for an hour and you need to bring across like very important points for your audience to receive your service or your business. If you're very hungry, chances are your tummy is going to grumble.
That's true.
And when it grumbles on that microphone, it's going to disturb you rather than disturbing the audience. And so your presentation is not going to come across very well.
Unless you have a mute on your mic.
And how can you present on mute? It'll never work.
Right.
So the most important thing, look after your health. Look after your skin, because when your skin is looked after, you feel more confident. You know, and how you present your face, it also needs to go with whatever that you are currently presenting.
Right.
So for example, if you're presenting a business idea that's got to do with whatever, I just don't know, maybe cars.
Right.
You can't go presenting cars most probably with a swing costume. You
That's
know,
true.
so it's very important to dress the part and to look the part.
The part, yes.
Yes. When it comes to makeup and skin, please be very sensitive, because some industries will not receive you if you are looking plain with just your skin. Some industries will receive you extremely well with just your skin. Some industries will not receive you if you have gold all over your face. You are a lady and you have gold over your face. Maybe you have jewelries everywhere. They will just wonder what happened to this person.
Right.
So look, analyze the industry that you are going to serve. Analyze the industry that you're going to present into, and copy the culture.
Right.
Because when you copy the culture, you make it easy for the transition. So if they move from one speaker to the next speaker, remember this is competition, because business is about competition. So when they move from one speaker to the next speaker, they mustn't struggle as soon as you come in, you know, with butterflies. Like you can't come in over decorated if it's something formal. For example,
while you're there, that is so true, as small as it might seem. But there are certain companies, for example, when you're going for an interview, that would never ever consider you when you have more than 3 earrings in one ear, for example, because I've seen that. I've actually seen that kind of thing, whereby someone with so much experience loses a job in the name of the earrings in their ear, that they're wearing more than one earring.
They're wearing 4 earrings in the ear. They have an earring in the tongue. They have 2
Things
earrings
like
in
that.
the nose. You know, the nose ring. It's not ear on the nose. It's nose ring.
You know,
they have nose rings.
As small as it may seem to us, you know, as the community, but to certain companies, it's very important.
Absolutely. In other companies as well, hair matters.
Right.
Like as much as the you know, the Barbie hair is trending at the present moment.
Right.
If I say Barbie hair, I mean these bright colors, you know, the pinks and the blues and the turquoise colors. If you go to do a presentation and you have braids that are extremely like bum long and they are pink and blue, and maybe you are representing the rainbow in the way you're looking at it.
Right.
But when it comes to presenting your business, you have to look the industry that you are representing,
the professionalism of that particular industry.
Absolutely.
It sounds like small, but it's very important.
Yeah, not only is it important for the industry, Sis Malungi, it's also important for you as a personal brand.
Right.
Because you want to bring, especially if there are investors involved. Starting up businesses are looking for investors. So if there are investors involved, you need to give them that confidence that if they trust you with their resources, you will be good enough to look after them. So if you can't take care of yourself, if you faint on stage, if you go hungry and you're asking for breaks all the time, it's you're not ready to receive any person's investment. And people at this stage, they are very scared to invest because they don't know what's going to happen in this country.
True, yes.
So you need to be very mindful of all the challenges that investors are going through in their minds, and that some of them have actually pulled away their investments. So
from certain corporate.
Yes. There are so many investors that have pulled away from South Africa. I mean, due to the uncertainties we're going through, especially the looting. I mean, the looting and the unrest. It brought a lot of uncertainty from the investors' point of view.
Right.
Yeah. So we want to equip you then to say, look the part. If you got that part right, that's the first eye catch for your audience, whether it's a video, whether it's in person, whether it's in the boardroom, wherever it is. If you can catch their attention by the way you look,
right,
you've passed like 50%.
Right.
But now we're not looking for looks without the brain, you know.
Right. There has to be
the brain, and the brain must be fully functional.
Right.
Yeah. So the next most important thing is your body language, because your body language then speaks about your capacity intellectually. If your body language is scattered all over the show,
right,
it kills that 50% confidence you gave them.
Right.
So if you walk in to the room face down like this, yeah, you look great. You know, you look great. Maybe your coat on,
right,
and you got maybe high heels on, but you're walking as if those high heels are just not comfortable. You're not feeling comfortable. And maybe you're not even feeling comfortable in that skate. It's too tight or something. Your body language is gonna sell you out.
All right.
So body language is number 2. So point number 1 is your health, your mental health, your look and feel. Point number 2, it's your body language. Communicators say body language takes about 80% of your communication. If your communication is brilliant, but your body language, if you say a point and you frown a lot when you say that point, right, but then the point is positive, it's the audience is going to catch the body language more than it catches what you say.
Right.
So number 3, be ready. So know exactly what you want to say and be ready. Be ready to say what needs to be said
clearly.
When we say clear communication,
right,
we mean practice.
Right.
So it sounds really odd, but
I know.
Please do practice. So plan it, write down what you're going to say, and then practice it. Practice it over and over again. So listen to yourself. So record yourself when you're practicing it. Let's say your business does wallets. Okay.
Right.
So you're doing wallets. You're manufacturing wallets here in South Africa.
Right.
So you're trying to get a point across that this is a proudly South African brand, and this brand is manufactured by young people. Maybe you want to say it's young people owned. Maybe you want to say, like, there's so many points you could be trying to get across about this being a local brand and why should people invest in it.
Right.
But if you say it in a way that's like, yo, I'm gonna present a brand to you which is a proudly South African brand, and you know what, I tell you, with this wallet nothing is gonna fall if you put in, because it's genuine. Not only is it genuine South African, but it's genuine leather. It sounds great. Look, it really sounds like a song. But for an investor, they need a start of the matter. They need they need to understand the costing of it. They need to understand the labor that's in it. They need to understand whether you have premises, you need premises, what are you currently using. They need as much of formal information as possible and aligned as much as possible.
Right.
So in other words, when you're walking into that presentation, think like an investor.
All right.
Don't think like there's a social media presentation, so maybe
your
that could
kind
work.
Of communication.
Yeah, so the slang could really work if you now want to take this wallet to the varsity people and you,
right,
you know they like expensive things. Right. If that kind of language, maybe it can work and maybe they can buy it. But for the investors to buy the idea, it has to be extremely strategic in language.
Right. And communication.
And communication.
And some of us, while you're there, we find it difficult to communicate on a daily basis.
Oh, it's hard.
So
it's the hardest.
Yes, I guess practice will even make sense.
Yes. So if you're listening to yourself, so maybe go to YouTube as well and just find a presentation about bags.
All right.
You will find something will be there. So look at a person that's presenting in the boardroom. What are they talking about? They're talking about the material cost, the labor cost, the overhead cost. They're talking about premises. They're talking about the legal side, the compliance. They're talking about formal things.
Right.
So I know that you know this thing, but have you practiced it?
Right.
I know that you're ready. I know you have your business plan ready.
Right.
Maybe you've gone to the government places and got some help to get yourself ready, but have you practiced? Have you practiced what you're going to say?
For that opportunity that
opportunity,
opens
because it comes
once in a
only
while.
once. Yes. It comes only once.
Right.
So when you look at it like that, it's very, what am I going to say? Critical that you get the point they want to hear.
All right.
So if they want to hear about this, answer the question before they ask it.
All right.
That's what we're talking about when we're saying practice.
Right.
Ask yourself these questions, or get somebody to ask you these questions and answer them before the actual board asks the questions.
Right.
Yeah.
It is 52 minutes after 11. Market chats with stocks today, and we are focusing on presentation, the importance of presenting your
with
business
confidence.
With confidence.
Yes. With confidence.
To be precise, with confidence, not just presenting, but with confidence.
Yes.
And being ahead.
Yes.
Right.
Being ahead, not just of everyone.
Right.
Not of your competition only.
Right.
But of the investors you are hoping to get some funds from. That's the critical part. We need you to present your business to the investors with confidence.
Right.
So you can access what you need.
Right.
Because you can't access it if you're not confident.
If you're not confident.
Yes.
Lastly, what are some of the tips that you can give people who are who have their businesses, who have everything in place, but they've never presented before? It's a whole new thing to say, you know what, I'm going to make a proposal and do my first presentation or my second presentation. It could be, whatever. What are some of the tips rather that you could give to someone who's going to present for the first time, or for that second time, and the first time was a disaster?
Yeah,
probably.
You know what, most of us the first time you get so nervous.
Right.
You miss points, maybe you repeat points. You just get extremely nervous. Let me encourage you. Firstly, why should you present your business? Why should you do it? You should do it because or I'm encouraging you to please present your business.
Right.
Because effective communicators are high in demand. And you know what? The government has promised us that there are funds available to assist the people that were looted and that were victims of the unrest.
Right.
So if you have not presented your business, how will somebody know that you need help? Number 3, if you are going to present for your first time, the most important thing, be healthy. Be mentally fit. Be healthy, eat well, look well, and feel comfortable in what you're wearing.
Right.
And number 3, don't over decorate yourself if you are not in that industry of beauty and maybe a jewelry space.
Right.
Number 4, have the information ready at hand. Maybe some people will allow you to come with a diary. So write down some pointers. My mentor once taught me that if you write something down, you actually write it on the subconscious mind.
Oh, right.
And you will never forget it. So if you write it down.
That's amazing.
And if you write it down and you practice it, you will surely deliver with confidence.
Wow. So the first one is?
Health.
Okay.
And wellness.
All right.
Very important.
Confidence.
Number 2, it's how you look and how you feel.
Right.
Number 3, it's your body language. Then number 4, it's the content. Without the content, as good as you look, as confident as you feel, you're not going to get the point across.
Until you have the content clear as day.
Clear and aligned from start to end.
Right. And coming to content, and lastly, as we wrap up, coming to content, how important is packaging your content in a good way that anyone can be able to clearly be able to read it out and be able to understand? Look
at it like this, listener at home. Content is marketing.
Right.
So if you're not going to get the funds from that investor, at least you would have marketed your business. So look at it like that. If you're going to present to anyone, you are basically marketing. Marketing's job or the duty for a marketer is to get the product sold or the service sold.
Right.
So if you haven't sold it, you have not presented it.
Sure. Stocks until next week.
Thank you very much
on Market Chats.
All the best to every entrepreneur and every career person.
Amen.
Until next week.
Thank you.